In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to set up a webhook in N8N, providing you with a full walkthrough from start to finish. Whether you're new to automation or an experienced user of N8N, this guide will help you configure a webhook trigger and outline the essential steps to get it up and running smoothly. Let's start by diving into part 1, where we'll configure the webhook trigger within N8N itself. To kick things off, open your N8N dashboard. If you're not already logged in, make sure you head over to N8N's official website, where you'll find everything you need. Once you're in, locate the option to create a new workflow. This is where our journey begins. With your new workflow ready to go, click the little plus icon to add your first node. This opens up a search function where you'll type webhook and select the webhook trigger node from the list. Now, let's delve into configuring the node settings. For those of you looking for a straightforward setup, you may leave the authentication option as none. However, if security is a concern, you can opt for header auth or query parameter auth, making sure to define a secret key that fits your needs. Also, under HTTP method, choose the method your external service will use to send data. Typically, POST is used for sending data, like form submissions, while GET is simply for triggering an action with specified parameters in the URL. With these settings configured, don't forget to save your workflow. Now that you have the setup underway, let's move on to part 2, where we'll focus on getting the webhook URL and testing the connection. First, activate the listener in the webhook node's settings panel. Here, you'll see buttons labeled either Test URL or Production URL. The test URL is your go-to for setting up and debugging, while the production URL comes into play once the workflow is fully activated. Click Listen for Events, or Test URL, to get N8N to await a test signal, and you'll see a unique URL displayed. Copy this URL, as it's vital for the next steps. Next, you need to trigger the webhook externally. Visit your external service, such as a form builder or CRM, and find where you can set up a webhook URL or callback URL. Paste the copied N8N test URL here. Once that's done, send a test event or submit a sample form from the external service. Return to N8N, and you should see the webhook node light up with data appearing in the Input Data section on the right panel. If not, double-check the connection or ensure N8N is still in its listening mode. Finally, let's build the workflow logic and activate it in part 3. Following the webhook node, connect action nodes to process the data received. Perhaps you'll choose a Gmail node to send an email, a Google Sheets node to add a new row, or a Slack node to post a message. Utilize expressions to map incoming webhook data to these nodes efficiently. Once testing confirms everything is functioning as it should, toggle the active switch in the top right of the N8N editor to on. With the workflow activated, return to your external service and replace the test URL with the production URL provided by N8N's webhook node. This enables the workflow to participate in real-time processes. And there you have it, a full walkthrough on setting up a webhook in N8N. For more detailed information, make sure to check out the top of the description for a direct link to N8N's website, where you'll find more resources to aid in your automation journey.